Okay. We finally get a little bit of the Philadelphia Phillies tonight after a snow day, and they go to New York and have to play the New York Mets. Before we begin, hit that thumbs up button, subscribe, comment if you'd like to, because I enjoy speaking with you guys. And they fall to the New York Mets 2-0, but I really don't think they played bad. I did not think the Phillies played that bad of a game. They struggled a little bit offensively, but let's break this down a little bit. You had Ben Lively on the mound, and he's pitching against Matt Harvey. I was interested to see, what does Matt Harvey even have left in the tank? First off, Ruben Amaro Jr. was the base coach for the Mets. Let's just laugh about that for a couple seconds. And where do I begin? Early on, this game was just a battle. It was 0-0 going into the sixth inning, and in the bottom of the third inning, Ben Lively allows a hit to Harvey, and then he hits a batter. So with 0 outs, we have a man on first, a man on second. Strikes out Asdrubal Carrera. Gets Cespedes to fly out. And then he gets Jay Bruce to fly out. And I thought, you know what, that's big because, he was pitching well up to that point, and here comes a little bit of adversity with 0 outs. You have a guy on first, letting a pitcher get a hit. You hit a batter, and then you do strikeout, fly out. And I thought, you know what, this could be a key piece to this game right here. A key piece. And he kept looking at his hand at this point. I was getting a little nervous, but he was still dicing. He even had a nice hit when he was up to bat, and he struck it to the shortstop that short-hopped it and got him out at first, but he got a nice piece of wood on it. So here we go. It is the top of the sixth inning, and Cesar Hernandez gets a nice little bunt down, and I'm like, okay, here we go. Carlos Santana with a nice walk. First and second, no outs in the top of the sixth. Aaron Altair hits a rocket to third, but is caught. 1 out. Rhys Hoskins strikes out on 3 straight pitches. The first 2, he was pissed. Kept looking back at the umpire like, are you kidding me with these calls? And then he strikes out on the third. So he was a little fired up, and then Odubel Herrera pops up, and now he's out. So there was another opportunity in this game. It was a 0-0 ball game, so, I'm looking at these key pieces to this game, like, here's opportunities for this team, one of these teams to take a step forward, and both teams had opportunities with 0 outs and guys on first and second, but they couldn't cash in. They could not cash in. So the bottom of the sixth, right after we had the situation where the Phillies had a chance to kind of make some noise, you hit Cespedes in the upper thigh. So, puts him on first. He gets moved over to second. Frazier now doubles. So, Cespedes scores 1-0. Frazier gets moved over to third base. And then d'Arnaud singles and gets another run in for the Mets. So, 2-0. The Mets take the lead in the bottom of the sixth. And Lively was pissed in the dugout. I wouldn't say it was his fault, though. They weren't bad pitches. I think the hitting was just great. You listen to the commentary, and they were saying the same exact thing. It wasn't like he pitched bad at all. He actually had a pretty decent night on the mound, in my opinion. I didn't think he pitched bad. He pitched 5 2/3. He allowed 6 hits, 2 earned runs, had 5 strikeouts, 1 walk, and he threw 91 pitches. Not really that bad of a night, especially from what we've been seeing, besides Aaron Nola, what we've kind of been seeing from the starting pitching. I didn't think it was a bad night for him at all, but he was a little frustrated. So, top of the ninth comes up. They bring in their closer. On 4 straight pitches, Aaron Altair walks. Here we go. Rhys Hoskins up. Is there not a better chance for Rhys Hoskins right here to hit a nice little jinger for the boys to tie the ball game? Strikes out. Odubel Herrera singles to right field. That gets Aaron Altair to third. So we have first and third situation, 1 out in the top of the ninth. Scott Kingery fouls out. Oh, it was to the dugout. And I was really pushing, really hoping for it to actually go out of play, but they caught the ball with literally their foot like on the steps of the dugout. It's a shame because that would have been a nice opportunity for Scott Kingery to step in, but they were even mentioning it too on the broadcast. This is your first time seeing an MLB closer to this extent. I mean, you're talking about somebody who has been around the league for a long time and throws heat, and he's stepping in his first pitch. You got to take it to see what he's kind of bringing here, and it was a nice pitch. So Knapp comes in, and he works his way to a 3-0 count. And with a man on first and third, 2 outs, Knapp up, 3-0 count. You know what he's throwing. he didn't swing. And it's so hard to say, and it's easy to say now that that's not the right call, but you know what's coming, and you got to take chances. Am I mad with it? Not really, because if he ends up being a walk, you're talking about bases loaded, 2 outs. So, I'm not mad with the 3-0 count. You hold your bat, you got to. I don't know what the call was from the staff, but, I'm assuming it was to take the pitch at that point. You kind of have to, because if you can get the bases juiced, you never know what can happen. But he ends up grounding out, and that was the end of the ball game. It sucks because I don't think, like I said, I don't think the Phillies played a bad game. Offensively, they struggled a little bit tonight. They only have 3 hits. One of them comes off of a Cesar Hernandez bunt, like I talked about, but you actually have Rhys Hoskins starting off the game to get a hit. He's singled to right field, so he's staying hot. He's continuing to do well, and I love every single time he gets up to bat. It's great. He's a remarkable talent, and he's going to be a stud in this league. So the Phillies are facing a little bit of adversity here starting the season. They are now 1-3, and managing-wise, yeah, there were no opportunities for him to get too crazy tonight. So, you take that for a positive. But facing a little bit of adversity, but I still think we have enough talent on this team. Where we struggle the most is starting pitching and a little bit of the bullpen, but when it comes to the lineup, I think we still have a great roster, and there's so many games that we're 1-3 in the first 4. You only allow 2 runs tonight, and that's the big thing. 2 runs. You can win ball games only allowing 2 runs. I just think offensively tonight wasn't our night. It was a cold environment tonight, so, hey, it is what it is. We play again tomorrow. We'll bring it. We'll be okay. Hit that thumbs up button. Subscribe. Comment if you'd like to, because I enjoy speaking with you guys. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you next time.